Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah. Welcome to all in Islam and Moral Education class. Today we'll discuss on Surah Shams and Surah Doha. First of all, I'd like to discuss on Surah Shams, or introduction of Surah Shams. Uh, you can see here in screen Surah Shams introduction. Surah Shams is included in the Makki Surah. Surah Shams is included in Makki Surah. Makki Surah category. The number of ayats here is 15. Total number of ayat is 15. Then the number of ayat here is 15. I'm muting all the students. Okay. It's the name is based on the first word Shams of this surah. This is the 91st surah of Al Quran. Okay. Therefore, information we got from this introduction. Surah Shams is included in the Makki Surah category. Surah Shams in the Surah Shams is included in the Makki Surah category. The number of ayats here is 15. Its name is based on the first word Shams of this surah. This is the 91st of Surah of Al Quran. Okay, my dear students, I told you earlier, and again I'm telling, and whatever you get, any words of any hadith sharif, whatever you get in your whatever you get, any ayat or any hadith sharif, at first you have to realize the main theme. Just if you get the meaning or translation of Bengali, translation of English, translation of Spanish or any other language, it is not enough for you, because Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said there are a lot of places in the Holy Quran that Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam described a lot of hadith in the hadith sharif, and if you don't get the proper meaning, then just if you read the meaning or translation, it will be a dangerous decision for you. It is very harmful for us, for all people of the world. So that's why explanation is very important. There are a lot of places Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said in the Holy Quran, Ya ayyuhallazina amanu la taqrabu salah. You don't go to near salah. That means you should not perform salah. What is this? But for the very next step, these particularly Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala mentioned that. So that's why always try to realize the main theme or what Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala want to say. That is the main important. Okay, my dear students, still some other students present today. Okay. Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. Washamsi wa duhaha. Washamsi wa duhaha, by the sun and its brightness. Wal qamari idha talaha, and the moon when it flows the sun. Wan nahari idha jalla. Verse number 3, and the day when it reveals it. And verse number 4, wal layli idha yaghshaha, and the night when it covers it. Was samai wa ma banaha, and the heaven and him who built it. Wal ardi wa ma tahaha, and the earth and him who spread it. وَنَفْسٍ وَمَا سَوَّاهَا, and the soul and him who perfected it. فَأَلْهَمَهَا فُجُورَهَا وَتَقْوَاهَا, and inspired it with conscience of what is wrong for and what is right for it. قَدْ أَفْلَحَ مَنْ زَكَّاهَا, he indeed is successful who caused it to grow. وَقَدْ خَابَ مَنْ دَسَّاهَا, and he indeed is a failure who pollutes it. كَذَّبَ ثَمُودُ بِطَغْوَاهَا, the tribe of Samud disbelieved in their vanity. After translation, I discuss the explanation. Idin Ba'as Ashqaha, verse number 12, when the best of them broke forth. فَقَالَ لَهُمْ رَسُولُ اللَّهِ نَاقَةَ اللَّهِ وَسُقْيَاهَا, then the messenger of Allah said, it is the sheep, camel of Allah, so be careful to let her drink. فَكَذَّبُوهُ فَعَقَرُوهَا, فَدَمْدَمَ عَلَيْهِمْ رَبُّهُمْ بِذَنبِهِمْ فَسَوَّى, but they disbelieved in him and cut her, so Allah destroyed them for their sins and also their houses. And the last verse is وَلَا يَخَافُ عُقْبَاهَا, and he, Allah the Most High, does not fear its consequences. My dear students, and Surah Shams, the Shams means sometimes in our SSC exams, sometimes the question come like, what is the meaning of Shams? Shams means the sun. So I'm not interested to tell you, you have to memorize or you have to read all word meaning, but you have to gather those are most important word that will be you have to memorize or you have to underline. And you can underline the Shams. What is the meaning of Shams? The sun. Shams means the sun. Shams means the sun. Those who have book, please underline the sun. I think all the students you have book, underline the sun. The Shams means the sun, the name of this surah. That's why this is very important. And Qamar, that means moon, and Nahar, that means day, and Lail, that means night, and Samaun, that means sky. There are 5 or 6 words here that is very important. Okay, again I'm telling the words, the 5 words. Shams, Shams means the sun. Al-Qamar, Qamar means the moon. And Nahar, Nahar means day. And Layl, Al-Layl means night. And As-Sama'un, Sama'un means sky. There are 5 words. I think that that will be important for your exam. Okay, my dear students, let's go to explanation. And what I discussed, what I we have completed to translation. We have completed translation of Surah Ash-Shams. And I told you earlier, and again I'm telling you, never ever just don't read just meaning or translation. If you read just meaning or translation, it will be dangerous for us. Never ever just read just read meaning. You have to read always translation or with explanation. Have you got my point? You have to read explanation. Without knowing the explanation, you can't. I mean.
Sir, your microphone is
Sir,
off.
your microphone
Okay,
is.
no problem, no problem. Now I think you're clear. Okay. Okay, my dear students, explanation. Explanation. The ayats of Surah Shams may be classified into 3 groups. The ayats of Surah Shams may be classified into 3 groups. How many groups? 3 groups. How many groups? 3 groups. You have to underline these things. It will be MCQ for your midterm exam. It will be very important for your central exam. It will be very important for your next MCQ test. So this is very important, my dear students. So the ayats of Surah Shams may be classified into 3 groups. The first group consists of the first 7 ayats. In this ayats, Allah the Most High takes oath by some of His creation. Allah SWT took oath when someone tell, I take oath by these things, by these things, by these things, by these things. So Allah SWT took oath by first 7 ayat by the creation of Almighty Allah. Some creation there state about their creation. He takes oath by man, by the oath of things. These things Allah the Most High states the issues by the ayat that flow. And this is the first 7 ayat. In the second group, Allah the Most High, it says the condition of man. Allah the Most High created man, then He granted him the knowledge of good and evil deeds. In spite of that, if a man pollutes himself by sin, his doom is unavoidable. Inevitable, on the contrary, a man who purifies himself and perform good deeds will attain success. You know, my dear students, Allah said, here qad aflaha man zakkaha. Indeed, his successor who caused it to grow, and he indeed is a failure who plots it. That means, if you get success, if you purify yourself, if you always do good work, then Allah SWT will give you success. Allah SWT will give you success. And if you don't purify yourself, then you will not get success. That is the main theme. That is the main lesson for second category of this ayat. Allah SWT said clearly here, who is the good man, who is good, and who is bad. What is the measurement? We can tell you, sir, you are good, sir, you are bad, sir, that people is good, sir, that people are bad. What is the measurement of this statement? So Allah SWT said here, qad aflaha, that means who gets success. Aflaha, qad aflaha. Aflaha means falhun, we get success. Man zakkaha, zakka means purify himself, or that means who get purify himself, he will get success. Or if you don't get purify ourselves, then we will not get success. Okay, my dear students, thank you so much. And now we can see at the end of the surah, Allah the Most High has narrated the cause of human failure by citing the incident of the Samud tribe. Samud, one of the tribe. the Samud tribe was a very advanced nation. The people of Samud, the nation of Samud, here is like a Tamud, but actually it's pronunciation Samud. They didn't follow the Prophet Muhammad, they didn't follow their own prophet. They didn't follow the instruction of Almighty Allah. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said that you should not do these particular things and you should not do this. During Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, if anyone did any bad work, then Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala gave any instantly punishment. Instantly. If I do any bad work, then next day at morning I can see my name at my door. The Hasan Yahya did that bad things. During before Prophet Muhammad it was happened, but Prophet Muhammad prayed to Almighty Allah, oh Allah, you should not do these things with my ummah. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala stopped, and Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala gave us the benefit. So that's why this is very important, and we have to thanks to Almighty Allah. We have to give thanks to Almighty Allah, and as a follower of Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, as a followers of Ummah Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, that's why we're getting advantage. Okay, the Samud tribe was very advanced nation. That time they could do anything, whatever they want to do. They could do everything. They went to heal and they settle up their house, and they were very experienced, and they are very hard worker, and whatever they want to do they could do. But Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala destroyed them. But what is their fault? But they disbelieved the messenger sent by Allah and disobeyed his orders. Allah the Most High punished them for their insolence. Okay, these are the three categories of the Surah Shams, and now teachings of Surah Shams. And I think most of the students of this class, 25 students present today, and most of the students, you got the lesson in month of Ramadan. And you completed the homework. Sorry, today our total students is 24, because I am using another ID to observe my class in the mobile also. So that's why total students is 24. Okay, teaching. What is the teaching of Surah Shams? You can get the C type of question or D type question. In exam, if you get any question or A type or B type question, you will automatically get from Surah Shams, what we discussed. And creative based some questions you have to write, maybe a teaching of Surah Shams. Okay, number one, it is Allah the Most High who is creator of the heavens, the earth, and man. Number two, it is He who causes the rotation of the sun, the moon, day and night. Then three, it is He who grants man the knowledge of right and wrong, and good and evil deeds. On who will perform noble deed will gain total success. Number five, and he who injures himself in sins and filth will be unsuccessful and destroyed. Number six, those among our preceding nations who were disobedient, Allah the Most High punished them on this very earth. In fact, the punishment of Allah the Most High is extremely severe. So that is the main lesson from today, Surah Shams. We have completed the we have completed the translation. First of all, we got there are 4 information: Surah Shams, Makki Surah, Ayat 15, word Shams based, and the 91st Surah of Al Quran. Those who present today, I think no need to study more. You completed your lesson here. Okay, then 5 words is very important. 5 words are number Shams, that means sun; Al-Qamar, that means moon; Nahar means day; Lail means night; and Sama'un means sky or heaven. Okay, then we have completed the translation of Surah Shams. Then we have completed the explanation of Surah Shams. Okay, my dear students, and if you have any question regarding Surah Shams, you can ask me. And I think you have no question. So we can go to Surah Ad-Duha, lesson 7. Surah Ad-Duha, lesson 7. Surah Ad-Duha, lesson 7. Surah Ad-Duha is the 93rd surah of Al-Quran. 93rd surah. 93rd surah. The number of its ayat is 11. How many ayats of Surah Ad-Duha? There are 11 ayats. How many ayats? 11 ayats. How many ayats? 11 ayats. It was revealed in the holy city of Makkah. You know, there are two cities, Makki and Madani. Those surahs revealed in Makkah city, that is Makki surah. And those surah revealed in Madani, that is Madani surah. So my dear students, this surah revealed in Makkah, that's why this surah is Makki surah. It has been so named from the first word of it, Duha. So the name of this surah is Duha. Duha means the first half of the day. Now we are in Duha. The first half of the day, you know, the word and their meaning, the forenoon, the first half of the day. Duha means the first half of the day. That means we can say after Salatul Fajr at 12 p.m. That is during Duha, including Duha. Okay, Shani Nuzul. What is the Shani Nuzul? Shani Nuzul means the background of surah. What is the purpose of revealed a surah? That is Shani Nuzul. You know, Allah subhanahu revealed a lot of surahs, a lot of ayats in the Holy Quran. Why Allah subhanahu revealed that? What is the reason? That is Shani Nuzul. So you can get the question, what is Shani Nuzul? You can get the question, what is Shani Nuzul? You can get the question, A type of question also, or B type question also. You get the explain what is the Shani Nuzul or something like that. Okay, it has been narrated in the noble traditions that once during the illness of the Holy Prophet could not perform the Salatul Tahajjud prayers. And during this time, Jibreel did not bring wahi from Allah the Most High. At this, the Kafirs and Mushriks of Makkah were spreading a rumor that Muhammad Lord had forsaken him and turned his back on him. You know, during Prophet Muhammad's illness, that time, the Kafirs and Mushriks, they spreading a rumor. That means Muhammad he didn't get the wahi from Jibreel and his Lord forsaken him, God left him, and there's a lot of fake news they spread, and they tried to viral the fake news. On the other hand, Jamila, who is Jamila? Jamila is the wife of Abu Lahab. He is another culprit of Islam. And you know, there are a lot of information here. On the other hand, Jamila. Who is Jamila? Jamila is the wife of Abu Lahab. Betook herself to Muhammad and started telling him that, oh Muhammad, I think the devil that used to come to you has forsaken you forever. I have not been seeing him coming to you for the last 2 or 3 days. The Holy Prophet was shocked and hurt by such stunning and mocking. Then Allah the Most High sent this wahi revelation for his consolation. That Allah the Most High sent this wahi revelation for his consolation, and a protest as well was registered by this surah against the rumors of the Kafirs. That means, you know, my dear students, this is the consolation prize from Almighty Allah to Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam to protest against the rumor of Kafirs and Mushriks. And why you telling against my my dearest people, my dearest friend, my dearest Prophet Muhammad sallallahu, you can sustain. So that's why Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala revealed this surah. Okay, my dear students, now we can watch some words. Ad-Duha, that means first half of the day. Lail, that means night. And Iza, that means when. I think that's enough for you. Okay, go to Surah Ad-Duha, the translation of Surah Ad-Duha. Translation of Surah Ad-Duha. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. In the name of Allah, the most gracious, most merciful. In the name of Almighty Allah, the most gracious, most merciful. Wad-Duha, by the morning hours, Wal-Layli idha saja, and by the night when it is still. Ma wadda'aka rabbuka wa ma qala. Your master has not forsaken you, nor does he hate you. وَلَلْآخِرَةُ خَيْرٌ لَكَ مِنَ الْأُولَى. And surely coming days will be better than those gone by. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala say, those days you have passed, upcoming days will be better for your next time. Walal akhiratu khairul laka minal ula. Verse number 4 is very important for me, for you, for all the people of the whole world. Allah says, and surely coming days will be better than those gone by. That means akhirat life is better than our worldly life, than mundane life. So that's why Allah wants to say you should not say so please. And next ayat, verse number 5, surely your Lord shall grant you favor and you shall be pleased. Allah subhanahu say in the Holy Quran, verse number 6, Alam yajidka yatiman fa'awa, did he not find you an orphan and then provided you with shelter? Father, did he not find you an orphan and then provided you with shelter? Father, he found you straight and then guided you to right path. Then verse number 8, he found you food of means that he removes your wants. So be you not harsh to the orphan. And scold not the progenitor. We announce the advantage favors of your masters. There the 5 few verses very important for instruction of Almighty Allah. You know, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said in the Holy Quran, that means if any mas'ulun, any person, that means if any needy people come to you and you will ask for help, you will seek your help, then you have to give him or her. If you do, alhamdulillah. If you don't do, you should not tell any bad word. You should not tell any bad thing. You know, during coronavirus, there are a lot of people, they lost their everything, and sometimes some people they came to us and they took our help. They take our help. They tell, okay, please help me. Sometime in road, sometime in our house, sometime in our village, everywhere. That time we should not express ourselves that is very rudely, and we have to tell them politely. If you have good, you can give her, or if you have no problem. But you should not express bad language or expression with rickshaw puller also, with your driver also, with your they work under your. So we have to show your mercy to your lower people. Okay, my dear students, these are the translation of Surah Ad-Duha. Now we are going to discuss the explanation of Surah Ad-Duha. Explanation of Surah Ad-Duha. Explanation of Surah Ad-Duha. Explanation of Surah Ad-Duha. Okay, my dear students, and if you have any problem, you can raise your hand. And explanation of Surah Ad-Duha. In this Surah, Allah the Most High has narrated numerous favors given to the Holy Prophet Muhammad Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam. The Prophet and messengers are the chosen person of Allah the Most High. They are favorite slaves of Allah the Most High. Allah the Most Great showed upon them innumerable favors and amenities. He saved them from dangers and calamities. Our beloved Prophet Muhammad Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam was the greatest and final prophet and messenger. He was the closest friend of Allah the Most High. He was his Habib. Habib meaning dearest friend. Habib means dearest friend and the servant. Allah the Most High granted him so and favor under all circumstances. That's why, you know, if Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala didn't create our Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala didn't create anything. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is the most, our Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam is the dearest person to Almighty Allah. Our Holy Prophet Hazrat Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam is the closest person to our Almighty Allah. There are a lot of prophets, there are a lot of Nabis, there are a lot of Rasuls. They demand to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, they tell to Almighty Allah, please, we want to be the Ummah of Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. We want to be the follower of the last time we are the Ummah of Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. So, but Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala didn't accept any Nabi or Rasul's prayer, but Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala accepted the Isa alayhi salam's prayer. That's why Isa alayhi salam will come again. Okay, my dear students, as we know, before the birth of Hazrat Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, his father has passed away. Then at the age of 6, his mother followed his father to the grave. But Allah the Most High had him nurtured decently out of his unbound mercy. Rasulullah used to keep himself absorbed in deep meditation, thinking painstakingly for the removal of sorrows and suffering of man and his salvation in Akhirat. Allah the Most High offered him guidance and direction to the path of truth and beauty. The great Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam was poor. It is Allah the Most High who turned him face from all wants. He gave him solvency. That Allah the Most High granted him immense blessing in his worldly life. Side by side, in this surah, Allah the Most High given Rasulullah some good tidings of already 14 minutes completed. Just I got 10 minutes extra. 14 minutes or maybe remaining meeting time 9 minutes. Okay, we can complete by 9 minutes also. Side by side in this surah, Allah the Most High has given us some good tidings and granting him many favors in the next world. Allah the Most High announced that his next life will be better many times more than his mundane life. Hey, everybody follow. This line is very important. Underline. Allah the Most High announces that his next life will be better many times more than his mundane life. He will get the most excellent rewards there, and he will remain pleased with Allah the Most High. Reminding him of all these amenities, Allah the Most High commands Rasulullah to express his gratitude. He ordered him not to be harsh with passionate and orphans. At last, he assigned him responsibility of expression of gratitude to him and preparing his bounties. Okay, my dear students, this is the explanation of Surah Doha. We can read the teaching. From Surah Doha, we can derive important lessons about the value of matters. For instance, Allah never forsaken his dear slaves. Number one, Allah never forsakes his dear slaves. Number two, it is He who saves them from all dangers. In the next life, He will grant them blissful life. Number four, the rich should do good for the poor and distressed people, orphans and beggars. No harsh treatment with the needy, pensioners and orphans is allowed. They must not be rebuked, scolded, beaten or threatened. Rather, they should be well treated. All good things and bounties are gift from Allah. All feel obligation to express gratitude for this gift or understanding. Okay, these are the teachings from Surah Doha. My dear students, what is the lesson from Surah Doha? The lesson from Surah Doha is, and when you get any surah or any verse, that time you have to realize the main thing. Again, I'm telling again. There are a lot of general people. Those they have no proper knowledge about Quran and Hadith. I can give you example properly. Just during coronavirus time, or someone maybe I am affected or some my relative affected. What should I do? Just I talk with any non-medical person and not expert person. I talk and I give help. Is it correct? No. So if you have any problem, and if I read some instruction from Google, from net, from my own, then I give him treatment. It's not good. It's not proper system. So that's why I have to talk with an expert medicine or medical person. So that's why if you have any problem, especially any Quran related, any Hadith related or Sharia related, you have to talk with an Islamic expert person. You can take any decision from internet, from Google, from any others, but you can take the lesson from authentic source. So that's why Surah Doha, the lesson, we can't do any bad behave with the poor people, with orphan people. Those are the worker people in our house, in our garden, in our village, everywhere. So we have to give them mercy. We have to show our good behavior with them. So that is the demand to Almighty Allah. That is the demand of Islam. That is the demand of Islamic Sharia, and that is the lesson from today, Surah Doha. And you will get the question in exam. What is the Shan and Nuzul of Surah Doha? You can get the question and B type of question. And already we got the four information for our introduction. The 93rd Surah, ayat number 11, and city of Makkah, and the first word is Doha. So that is the common. And there, why Prophet Muhammad didn't get the Ohi? Why? What is the reason? The reason is he could not perform Salatul Tahajjud. That's why English Jibril didn't come. And what is the name of that woman who spreading the who told to bad work or who shocked Prophet Muhammad? And that Umme Jamila. This Umme Jamila. So everybody, you can Umme Jamila. This name, Umme Jamila. Okay, my dear students, thank you so much, everybody. And I think it's enough.